I would just like to remind everybody watching that every single Democratic presidential candidate always identified that Iran is a top security issue. And every single Democrat in the Senate and in the House, says we can never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb. And Kamala Harris, when she was running just back in 24, she identified Iran as her top international concern. And now she, of course, would never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb. And now someone actually made that virtually impossible after this operation. I truly don't understand why Democrats can't even acknowledge that this has made the world more safe and more secure. Not just all of us, but not just especially the region as well, too. For me, the only thing I can figure out is that it just happens to have been Donald Trump doing it. And now I know that it's punishing as a Democrat to agree with the president on anything. But, it's strange when, something happens that every Democrat says that we would agree with. I don't know why you could just want to criticize that, to even acknowledge that this is a good thing.
But have we eliminated nuclear threat? I mean, 9 months ago, President Trump said we obliterated the nuclear threat by bombing it, and now we're back bombing again.
That was semantics. I think a lot of more people getting to disagree on that with that. And there was, kinds of conflicting kinds of reports on it, and that still made that there. And they also had the kinds of missiles that could theoretically even reach our nation. So now,
well, not yet. That would have been many years, according to most intelligence and military experts. It would have taken them many more years. But you're right. They were trying to get them, and that's not good. But my point about the nuclear program, because that is important, and you're absolutely right, that Democrats as well as Republicans have said for many years that Iran cannot be allowed to acquire a nuclear bomb. However, almost every intelligence and military expert says you can't eliminate this program just by launching airstrikes. Somebody's got to go in. Do you think the president should send in ground troops or special forces troops to go in and find that enriched uranium and get rid of it?
My red line is boots on the ground, and I think
no boots on the ground.
I mean, so that's what that means. For me, boots on the ground means nation building. Secretary Hegseth has said, it's never going to be parts about nation for that. So that's kind of where I'm at. And now we are 8 or 9, 10 days. 12 days into this. And now I think it's been a success thus far. So I'm not sure why we can't acknowledge that breaking and destroying the Iranian nuclear apparatus. And now they continue to fire, whether it's civilians in Israel or in other regional nations, but they really can't project, any kinds of damage at this point, only try to create chaos.
You said that you are confident that the world is better after the death of Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, but his son,
100%. Kill every last member of their leadership.
Well, his son is now in charge, and he's considered even more of a hardliner.
Well, they should kill him too.
Oh, well, maybe they will, but in the meantime, he's been elected by their 88 clerics to be the guy in charge. It's hard to see how we're better off with him in charge. And did you expect the Iranian people to rise up, as I think President Trump expected, and encourage them to do?
Well, there's also a fact that he hasn't been able to produce a video or scene in public at all. Why? Maybe they're seriously injured. It could be very hard to just sit down and even do a video and have them put that out. So hopefully he is significantly wounded. And if he does recover, I do absolutely support, having Israel to just eliminate him, along with any other parts of the leadership. I mean, I'm always going to support that. I think it's a good thing to continue to eliminate, leaders of Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Iranian too. And I would remind everybody too, the president tried to negotiate and try to find a way to avoid all of these things. So, and every single president, that we can bring back, have all tried to create a solution in Iran. So this makes it possible for more enduring peace, and that all the nations in the region can live more in peace, because Iran, has really been defanged.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.